Hey love, welcome and welcome back, honey. Yes, welcome and welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode with your girl. Of course, if you don't know, my name is 𝓁𝓂𝒃𝓃𝒾𝓃𝓃𝒾𝓃𝑔, and if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Share the video if you like, okay? Especially if this information is valuable to you and you know that it could be valuable to somebody in need, okay? So today we're going to talk about the home buying process. Yes, the home buying process of 2020, how to buy a home, or some of the steps that you can take to purchase your new home 2020, 2021. And some of you have asked me the question about how to purchase your home, how to go about saving for it, and some of the steps that you can take to ensure that you're on the right path to purchasing your new home. I'm going to go ahead and congratulate you now, okay? Because, baby, you got it. You already on track right now. You're starting right now, right here. You're getting the facts. You're getting all your little information together so that you can have all your ducks in a row so that you can be ready to roll up in your new house, okay? Period. So congratulations, honey. Yes, congratulations. All right. So for those of you who do not know, I am a first-time homeowner, and our home, as of this year, it'll be 2 years that we've been in this home. I do believe that this is my dream home. I don't even believe that this is my dream home. I know for a fact that this is my dream home. I am so happy that I was able to purchase my dream home, and I would definitely like to share with you guys everything that I know so that you too can buy your dream home as well, okay? The first thing that I did, or one of the first steps that we took as a family, as a whole, me, my husband, my kids, we took a minute. And as I tell you guys all the time, I tell you guys all the time, no matter what it is, okay? It's about law of attraction, and it is about manifesting the things that you really want. There is power in the pen and pad. Listen, even if it's not the actual pen and pad, like if you write it down, text it to yourself, whatever you need to do, just write it down somewhere, okay? And when I say write it down, I'm talking about write down specifically exactly what you desire when it comes to your new home. Write down exactly what you want your home to look like, or the things that you want to be in your home. Like specific things, like for example, I wanted a double sink in my bathroom. Yeah, little things like that. Be very specific. I wanted at least a 3-bedroom. That way we can all have our own bedrooms, okay? And I also wanted like a little office space. So here I'm going to show you guys way back when we started our process, or when we initially started our process of trying to purchase our own home. Here's what we did. Basically, we went to the round table. And when I said a round table, me, my kids, and my husband, we went to just the table that we eat at, the kitchen table. We went to the kitchen table, and here's what we did. Here's a list of everything that we specifically stated to ourselves that we wanted. Like the kids even said the things that they wanted to have in the house. I put in the things that I wanted to have in my house. And as you can see, here's the date so that you guys know I didn't change anything, or I'm not making this up, okay? Yes, law of attraction is real. When we started looking for our house, it was late that evening, and we were pretty much, it was a long drawn out process, okay? Like getting credit together and making sure all the T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. Like that is a lot of work. It's a lot of information. There's a lot of research when it comes to buying your own home. That evening we were like at a drag. Like we were like, man, you know what? I think we're just gonna give it up. We're gonna let it go, because we could not find the home that we wanted. We were kind of like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it sit. Maybe next year it will be our time, you know, but right now we know exactly what we want and we don't want anything less, okay? So that evening I started scrolling on the websites here locally to see what was available in my area, and I just so happened to see a home, and it just listed that evening. It was around 8 o'clock that evening. It just listed, and I told my husband, I was like, babe, take a look at this house. You know, it had everything that we wanted and so much more, okay? Like so much more. So we contacted the realtor that evening and let her know that, hey, we want to go out and see the house, and we would like to, you know, just see if it really is what we desire. And she called us back immediately. When I say immediately, like in a couple of minutes, she reached out to us and was like, okay, here, I can get you guys set up at such and such time. Would you be available? So this was the next day. We went into the house. As soon as we walked into the house, and as soon as we pulled up to the house, my husband automatically was like, yep, baby, that's it. When we walked in this house, he was like, oh, baby, this is it. This is our house. This is it. So we claimed it even more. We manifested even more. We decided, we looked around, and everything was just everything that we desired and so much more. We were so happy, and we basically could call this home, and this was in our head. This was before we even called it home. We already claimed it as our home. We went home, we prayed about it, and we put down our earnest money, and boom, here we are today. Yes, that's the behind the scenes. That's the story, okay? Again, I would like to give you guys a tour, but I don't want to because this is our real home. This is not a fake home, or this is not a home that we're going to be moving out later on. And I don't want anybody coming to my house, okay? We know it's some creeps out there. Like I said, y'all already think that I have the money in my house. Like, no, I don't keep the money in my house, okay? The money that I save is not in my house. So, yes, I don't want to do that part. But anyway, yes. So back to telling you guys how you can manifest your dream home and how you can get your dream home, okay? First thing you want to do, of course, is get your credit right, okay? Work on your credit. You want to go to 𝒸𝓃𝓃𝒾𝓃𝒾𝓃𝑔. You want to go to annualcreditreport.com and make sure that you download all 3 of your credit details, okay? Make sure you get all 3 of your credit reports, okay? So that way you'll know exactly what's on each, and you won't be in the blind side about, oh, this is on this particular report, but it's not on this report. So let's just say, for example, you have some things on your credit that you need to work on, or you're trying to just basically boost your credit score up. The best way to boost your credit score up is to always make sure that you are on time with your payments, okay? No late payments. Late payments will kill you in a heartbeat, okay? If you see something on your report that you know is like 7 years old, don't worry about it. It's going to roll off. It's going to fall off. You don't even have to pay for it. If you see something on your credit that's not 7 years old and you want to see what's the best route for it, you can always do a dispute first. I highly advise doing a dispute first. Dispute everything, okay? Then when it rolls off, then you don't have to worry about that, and whatever else is left or whatever else is remaining, then I suggest that you contact the company and see what kind of plan you guys can work out so that you can get your paid in full letter, okay? Do not do anything unless you're getting your paid in full letter. You have to get a paid in full letter. That way it's proof that you took care of that debt, okay? It's all about keeping your debt to ratio low, all right? You want to have more income than outgoing. You want to have at least 3 active trade lines, okay? 3 active trade lines. There's different ways that you can go about a trade line. You can have furniture in your house that you're using as a trade line. You use your phone. You got cars. You got credit cards, and you have personal loans, etc., whatever type of other loan that you have. Like, you just want to have 3 lines. Next, when you go in and you talk to the loan officer, you want to make sure that your work history matches everything, okay? So make sure that your work history is at least 2 years. They want to see that you are consistent on your job, and they want to see that you have consistency within your payment history, within your credit. So that's why I said it's important for you to make sure that you pay your bills and pay them on time, especially when it comes to credit, or especially when it comes to wanting to do something better in life. Whether it be this house, you also might want to be trying to get a new car. So I mean, I'm just saying, make it all make sense, okay? Make it all match, okay? Second, I advise you guys to research the market and figure out what type of loan best suits you. There's a couple of different loans out there. There's the FHA loan, the USDA loan, and there's the Veterans loan. The FHA loan basically is the more popular, or is used more widely when it comes to purchasing homes. You just have to have like a down payment or a deposit amount available ready to put towards everything. The USDA is more for rural areas or living in the country, places that are not near the city, like farm areas or areas where you have to drive like a long ways to get to the grocery store. And then the Veterans loan, of course, is for veterans, okay? So those are the type of loans that you can consider. Of course, like I said, research each one so that way you can find out which one best suits you. Now, when it comes to actually purchasing the home, I want you guys to think about or consider how much house you can actually afford, okay? So the way that you can determine that, of course, is by your income to debt ratio, and you can figure out basically where you live now, if the price is affordable where you are now, if you can afford to pay more, or if you can, or if you feel like, no, that was already too much and I need to scale back a little. Basically, per every $1,000, that's how much your payment will go up by $100. So yeah, keep that in mind when you are going out looking at your houses, or you're looking at the properties that are available. Just kind of think like, okay, well, $1,000 is too much, or $1,200, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You know, just think about things like that, okay? Another thing to consider when you're thinking about that, you also have to keep into account that you're also going to have rolled into one lump sum payment. When you pay your mortgage, you'll have your escrow, you'll have the titles, you have your taxes, and sometimes there's the homeowner's insurance. So all those things are compiled into one payment. So when you actually send off your monthly payment, it goes to one person and it get dispersed here, there, and here. But that is also something to keep in mind when it comes to keeping track of how much you want to pay monthly or how much you want your mortgage bill to be every month, okay? Other things that you may want to keep in mind when it comes to purchasing a home, because there are things that you have to pay for out of pocket, okay? So you have to keep in mind that you will need a couple of funds set aside, okay? That could be for your deposit, that could be for your earnest money, that could be for your home inspection, that could be for your house insurance, the home appraisals, and there's also the closing costs, okay? I will tell you this, that depending on which loan you go with, like a FHA loan, then you will have some perks to each. Like there's some perks to each one. There's pros and cons. So again, just do a little research and find out which one works best for you, okay? You can get your closing costs paid for by the seller. The seller will take care of that for you, so you don't have to worry about that. There is down payment assistance that is available for each and every one of us. So you just have to keep that in mind and, you know, ask these questions to your loan officer or ask these questions to your realtor so that they can help you out and get you on the right track. Also, the earnest money or the down payment money, it does go towards the house. So it's not like you're losing that money. And a lot of times if you don't win the house, or if, you know, if there's a bid on it, if you don't win the house, then that money is given back to you. So these are just some things to keep in mind. So don't think like, oh, you're throwing money away, or oh, this and that is going to cost me too much to do this, and I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to have to do that. It's all a part of the process, and a lot of these things are not that expensive, okay? Another good thing that I was able to acquire, which is something that you can ask and you may be able to obtain as well, is I was able to get the seller to pay for 1 year of home insurance for us. So that was 1 year worth of home insurance that we did not have to worry about. Everything was covered, everything was taken care of. And when you're doing your appraisals, that is something that you don't want to skip out on, because you want to make sure that you're getting the value for your home. And also when you get your home inspection, you want to make sure that everything is right when you move in. And therefore, if something is not right, you can give this list to the seller and they in return will fix these items for you and you don't have to worry about it. So these are some pros and cons when you go with the loan versus going with foreclosures or other type of properties, okay, for your first time home, okay? And so that pretty much sums it up. It's just that easy, okay? It's really not that hard, you guys. I promise. It's just a lot of research, and a lot of things just seem a little hard because of the words that they throw out or the things that it seems like people are going through, but it's really a very easy, simple process, okay? Once you understand the prerequisites. So just making sure that you are comfortable with your payment, making sure that you have your credit score up to at least a 620. Oh, and speaking of that, y'all, don't let anybody tell you that you cannot get a house less than a 620, okay? Because you could get a house with a 580, okay? 580 is really the number that you need. That's the only number you need to get a house, okay? Now, depending on what type of loan you're going with or what type of house you want to buy, then you might want to scale your score up more, okay? Like if you just like, I just got to get out there, I'm ready to get my house, then baby, a 580 got you, period, okay? Now, I will tell you that a 620 or a 621 would be the ultimate goal, okay? So if you can't get up to the 700s, don't you even worry. A 620, 621, you are absolutely winning, okay? So aim high, of course, you know, give yourself time, work on yourself, okay? Don't rush, but if you have to, then okay, do your thing. But for those of you who don't have to rush, make sure that you at least get your score up to a 620 or a 621, okay? You'll be winning, trust me, you'll be winning. Last but not least, save, okay? You have to save some money, honey. You got to keep that money stacked up, okay? Let me tell you again, there are some things that you will have to pay for out of pocket, but these are minor things that you'll have to pay for out of pocket. But you also want to keep into account or keep in mind the fact that you will be moving out. So you want to keep money set aside so that you can pay for moving expenses. You're going to need boxes, you're going to need tape, you're going to need a U-Haul, etc. So just think about things like that, okay? Another thing you want to think about, just think if you're saving this money and you don't have to put down a deposit and you don't have to put down earnest money, this is extra money that you have. Yes, extra money that you have. So now guess what? You can buy new furniture. You can buy all types of things to make your house look extra cute and make it warm and cozy and make it a home like you want it to be. It's nothing like having money readily available for you to spend, cash out. You know, cash out on yourself, okay? Run up a check on yourself, period. Okay, sis? Just that easy. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. And again, share the video, honey, with somebody who can find this information valuable. I love you guys. And if you have anything else that you need me to help you guys with, or you need some more advice, don't forget, drop it down below. And I got you, boo, period. Thank you guys. I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, hun.